rewarded for my value. Show me something that I can do and make $300 a month, and I'm doing it. And so guess what we did? We built this massive business. We built a business all over the world, and we changed thousands of lives. That kid only had one dream. He wanted to come to the United States. Is that true, Richard? The only dream he had was to come to the United States. He shows up to the U.S. He's got the whole country of the Czech Republic under him. He's making money in Nu Skin, paid for everything, bought him a new suit, got him to school. He maybe got a shower because he always looked great. Right? He showed up with nice clothes on. He got everything he wanted, and then guess what he did? He gave his business away to somebody else because he'd gotten everything he wanted. Some people are like, why would he do that? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But guess what? If you see any picture of him, he's got a huge grin on his face. We talked to him today. You know what he says thank you for? Thanks, Kenton, for having the guts to tell me I needed a stinking shower. Because he changed his life. So here we are, you know, in Cushing, Utah, where the average income's about, 5 times that. And yet we have to try and have people feel like they got drugged to hear about an opportunity. Anyway, I got off on a tangent. I'm sorry. I get really passionate about this world because as we watch our country slip into 2nd and 3rd place, you know what it was? It wasn't what built this country. I grew up in this, anyway, don't even get me going. I was blessed. I grew up with silver diapers on. Silver spoon in my mouth, I thought the diaper thing would be funny. Next slide. Here's the game changer. Next slide. You gotta have time. Well, I kind of forgot about that. Next slide. Timing in the marketplace. Right? Positioning is critical. Keep going until it looks like there's something on here. Look at this. Buggy whips, Henry Ford. Look at how things change over time, right? You want to be able to spot something, and here's what's going to happen. Here's what I want you to think about. Everybody ask themselves this question. Is it being earlier first that gets you there? How many of you have pioneer ancestors that showed up in Utah? Anybody in here? Don't be embarrassed. Doesn't mean you're Mormon, okay? I'm just kidding, dude. And I have nothing wrong with that. My family is, right? They were pioneer ancestors. Do you know what pioneers ended up here looking like? Does anybody have any idea? What do they look like? You're a pioneer. You're a modern day pioneer. This guy right here is a modern day pioneer. Where were you born?
Vietnam.
How old were you when you when you left that country?
I escaped the country when I was 10.
Why did you have to escape that country?
Seek freedom.
You didn't have any freedom?
No.
How old were you when you got to the United States?
11.
What do you do today?
I work in the hospital and Nu Skin.
When you showed up here at 11 years old, did you speak English?
No, not a word.
How'd you learn the language?
Watching TV.
I cannot condone this kind of behavior. Was it easy? Was it worth it?
Oh, every moment.
Dude, I love you, man. Hey, give him a huge hand. You could have seen his eyes, right? I didn't have to do that. I showed him here speaking the language. I don't care if anybody joins Nu Skin. If you walk out of here and you feel a little more grateful for why we're here and what we have, here's a guy. Anyway, I've got huge respect for that. I kind of almost wish I would have gotten myself beat up more. That's why I went all the way across the rest of the world and lived in Chongqing, China, and looked for people that didn't have anything because I wanted to see how it felt. Right? People that are willing to pay the price. Was it worth it? Yes. Anything. Here's what I want to ask you to do. Write down anything worthwhile in your life that you have done that was easy. But totally fulfilling. Totally worthwhile but easy. Just write it down. Who's taking notes? Well, it could, because this is multi-level and everybody wants to be a skeptic here. And people are like, why did I show up? I get that. This is, by the way, some cool lip balm that Nu Skin has. SPF 15, it will keep you feeling great, looking good. That's my commercial for the night, right? That's all I get paid to do. Everything else is noise, all right? I'm only here to advertise. Anyone seriously, and I'm not going to roast you, but is there anything in your life that you've done that just was easy? It's the easiest thing you've ever, just easy. It didn't take any sacrifice, any hard work. It didn't take time. It didn't take money, whatever. Anybody? Anyone? Anybody? You.
I don't have anything.
I know, I like you though. He's just having a good time. Nobody? Really? Any ideas? Being a friend. So she wants to be the skeptic. That was easy to be a friend. It's true though. Is it hard to be a friend to me?
It's just, well, you can be a friend.
Is it hard to be a friend to me? How hard do you have to work to be my friend? Yeah, exactly. See, it's hard. Anything worthwhile, I'm just saying worthwhile. Really, I want you to think about it, because if that's the only thing you get from tonight, then you'll ask yourself this. Here's how I measure my whole success. Is it going to be a little bit tough? Am I a little bit afraid of it? Is it going to take some work? Am I going to have to learn something new? Am I going to have to push myself just a little bit? You know, if you're going to do that, what we met earlier, what do you do that you love that's hard, that just gets you stoked? Are you a rock climber? Or
Musician.
you're a musician. What do you play?
I play guitar and bass guitar.
Play the guitar and bass guitar. Did you just come out of the womb doing that? Was it hard to learn?
Yeah, it's hard.
Do you get, like, how do you feel when you get to do that? You feel awesome. A lot better than you feel right now in the back of my meeting, I'm sure. Next time, bring the guitar and just jam. When I feel bad, I roll when I sit down and tinkle on the piano all by myself, and it makes me feel better, and it's hard. Right? I guess the only message here is, I got off on another tangent. Everybody name one thing that Microsoft Corporation has done to change your life in the last 3 to 5 years, significantly. Anybody heard of Microsoft? Created the wealthiest man in the world for a number of years. Can anybody name one thing that Microsoft did to substantially change the way you live?
But it takes a lot longer to fix the problems of the computer.
Okay, so do you use Mac now? Okay, anyway, in the last decade, some weird change happened, because I remember growing up, going over to somebody's house, and there was a Macintosh Apple computer, and I was like, these guys are weird people. Right? Everybody uses Microsoft stuff. Today, can you name one thing that Apple's done to change your life? Anything.
iPhone.
Oh yeah, dude, me too. I love it. iPad, Mac, the whole house is Mac. Here's what the message is. It's not go buy Macintosh stock, although Microsoft is like 28 bucks and Apple is like 365. You see a difference? Here's what I want you to write down. Innovation is critical. How old are those companies? Was it important to get in at the beginning of Apple because they got their butts kicked for about 2 decades, or would it have been better to watch for when they, boom, made something innovative happen? And then you get involved. Which one would you have chosen? B, of course. That's all I'm saying about Nu Skin. Just because we're 27 years old almost this next year doesn't mean we can't innovate. Doesn't mean we can't grow by $250 million last year. For anybody thinking about network marketing, think about this. Show me one company on the planet that's not already doing $1 billion that grew more than $250 million last year. Every juice deal, every cell phone deal, every service deal that you've heard of, because I'm sure you've heard of them, just call them back, ask them how much they've done in the last 5 years. Everybody's telling you they're going to be the next Nu Skin, and here's what I'm telling you. They've got 1 in 7,000 chance of making it. So why would you sell your name with the wrong partner? Next slide. That's what this slide meant. Oh, age wave, keep going. Nobody wants to get old. That's the point of that slide. I got to really hurry. Exclusive products and technologies. Why do you want that? Write this down for your notes. Exclusivity means you don't compete on price or service. Would that matter? How many of you waited in line for this, the iPhone, when it came out? I used to own cell phone stores. It was unheard of that for anybody to spend $500 on a phone. You know how many people bought this phone for $500? Everyone in the cell phone market said no one will buy a phone for $500, especially if they're forced to go to AT&T. Do you know what happened? I threw mine out. I ran over there in line with Lance. We pulled out our Black American Express cards and rolled in front of everybody. That was not a good plan because we had a riot on the way out. It was bad. Lance got beat up. I ran like heck. I'm just kidding. You only have to be fast with your best friend, not get caught. You know what I mean? You don't have to be that fast, just fast enough. That's a joke. That's a good joke. It was a good joke. So think about that, really. All right. Here's a galvanic technology. This sucks wrinkles off of your face in about 5 minutes. Is it cool? Yeah, it's patented. It works at your house. It does it for a lot less than you could spend going to the day spa. In this economy, would you rather spend more money or less money? Less money. Would you rather have better results or worse results?
Better.
How about better results for less money?
Yes.
That almost sounds really good, doesn't it? And what if it was Nu Skin? Would you just go like this? I already know everything, but I don't want to hear something that's better, cheaper, and protected. I just don't want to hear it. Right? Try it out. We'll give it to you. We have 100% our products per customer. You try it, you don't like it, it's kind of like Costco. I love Costco. We have a friend, Richard and I do, that goes to Costco, he buys something and he knows he's got a return policy, so he uses it up until the last day and then he takes it back. I do not know what you do with underwear and socks. Like, I don't think that's fair, but the TVs, he doesn't have an issue with that. New Skin has the same kind of a thing, right? You use the products, you don't have a result, take it back, get your money back. If you're a distributor, we give you 90% for 12 months. You don't like it, go take it back. Next slide. It sucks dirt out of your face, that's what this shows. See, I'm not an expert of products, right? So we'll have another product demonstration for anybody that's serious about it. Right? I build Costco and I build retail stores and Nu Skin shoves the product on the shelf. Right? I'm not going to put an apron on at the end of this counter and on Saturday afternoon I'm not going to let you try the product. That's not what I do. How many of you want to do that? Saturday afternoon, you know, you go to Costco and get the free lunch. Anybody ever done that? You roll around in different places, you're looking around hoping nobody sees you, you grab 2 or 3 of the things and you're like running off like, oh, my family over here, you're in the corner like snacking on stuff. They know that you don't have your family there. Trust me, right? I don't do that, I'm not giving out demos. How many times have I demoed the Galvanic Spa on anybody in here? Anybody ever seen me Galvanic demo?
One time.
I electrocuted her, didn't I? I pretended like I did because I didn't want her to ask me to do it again. Right? So next slide. Doesn't mean it doesn't work. It's amazing. Is it awesome? Anybody like the Galvanic Spa?
Yeah.
How many of you have seen a dramatic, Billy Joe?
Huge.
Stand up. You work with people in Hollywood, stars, athletes, movie stars, high-profile men and women. Stand up, please, and just tell us. This is Billy Joe from Los Angeles. Have you seen this work?
Absolutely.
You're obviously skeptical, like she's absolutely not, I don't put anything on my face that didn't cost $8 grand. They're from Hollywood, this is what you do. But so what's your experience, Ben?
Well, amazing changes in my face, but what's fun is to see the changes in other people when you do it to other people. And I mean, we've seen girls cry just doing the half-face demo, and just, it's wonderful. And they're just like, my face has never looked so good. And you don't even have to sell it, you just do it, and it just works. And
I've seen girls cry too, that's the
yeah,
problem.
that's a whole different thing.
You're awesome. Thank you so much. Next slide, Billy Joe. So here's some before and after pictures. Don't believe what you see. We probably used something to make it look better than it is. I hear everybody going, you can use Adobe something to fix that and make it look better. Never try it on yourself. You don't like it, try it. Here is what I want to focus on tonight, and I'm going to be done. What time is it? How long have I gone?
Time for you to watch.
7:53. I love you. Dude, you need to do this. Right now. Come here. I love him. He was born to do this. Name, where you're from, and then tell him about this, if you would, please. Give me a huge hand.
Andrew Romney from Layton, Utah.
Romney?
Don't know anything about that. That's blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. You put them together, you get a rainbow in the sky.
Huge good sport. He's exactly right. I should get a watch. I can't afford one, so I carry the iPhone around. Anyway, would anybody be interested in finding out how somebody like me could make $7.5 million in 8 years? Is anybody interested in that? I mean, it might be interesting, right? Because I didn't use the spa, trust me. And I was not using my piano skills, and I suck at the guitar. And obviously, I'm not a great orator, like I'm just up here shooting the breeze with people. Here's what I did. How many of you supplement? Take a vitamin. Kirkland Signature or something else. Anybody? Everybody's afraid to raise their hand. 8 out of 10 North Americans do. 8 out of 10 North Americans do. How did you pick it? Here's what I did. I went to GNC and I looked for the cutest girl and I was asking her to tell me which one I should buy. This is how you get dates when you're single, right? You look very fit. Would you like to go out later? It's never worked yet, but I'm still working on that. So here's how it works, right? How tall are you? How do you know?